वल्लभ श्रीनाथ भजो राधे गोविंदा वल्लभ श्रीनाथ भजो राधे गोविंदा वल्लभ श्रीनाथ भजो राधे गोविंद भजो राधे गोविंदा राधे राधे गोविंदा राधे गोविंदा वल्लभ श्रीनाथ भजो राधे गोविंदा वल्लभ श्रीनाथ भजो राधे गोविंदा तुकाराम न विठ्ठल भजो राधे गोविंदा तुकाराम न विठ्ठल भजो विठ्ठल विठ्ठल विठ्ठला पांडुरंग विठ्ठला विठ्ठल विठ्ठल विठ्ठला पांडुरंग विठ्ठला तुकाराम न विठ्ठल भजो राधे गोविंद पंढरीनाथ भजो राधे गोविंदा पंढरीनाथ भजो राधे गोविंदा तुलसी नाराम भजो राधे गोविंदा सूरदास श्याम भजो राधे गोविंदा सीता नाराम भजो राधे गोविंदा राधे ना श्याम भजो राधे गोविंदा राधे 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 गोविंद भजो राधे जय जय श्री राधे
राधे कृष्ण कृष्ण
How is it, Bhav?
कृष्ण राधे राधे
You want a cushion to sit on, or a seat?
राधे कृष्ण 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 राधे 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 श्याम राधे श्याम 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 राधे राधे
राधे श्याम 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 राधे राधे
Sham,
Radhe
thing.
Sham, Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham, Sham, Radhe Radhe.
He thinks this is a small job, so he doesn't want to come.
Radhe Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Radhe Radhe. Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham, Sham, Radhe Radhe. Radhe Sham, Sham, Radhe Radhe.
Krishna, Radhe Radhe, Radhe Shyam, Sham, Sham, Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Sham, Sham, Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Shyam, Sham, Sham, Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Sham, Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Shyam, Sham, Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Sham, Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Ram, Radhe Shyam, Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Sham, Sham,
Shyam. This morning the clock has changed in Canada, so the times are all the same now in this Western Hemisphere. So because of that, I'm sure a few people are still sleeping in. Anyhow, we welcome you to our program this morning. It's coming up to the beautiful period of Navratri, so we should try to prepare ourselves spiritually for this beautiful period, which occurs twice a year for us. Let us keep our minds calm, keep our minds as pure as possible within the limits of our nature, and hope and pray that we all have a peaceful day and a peaceful Navratri when that time comes. Please join me. Asangoham, 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 Pura Pura.
Satchidanand Rupoham.
Ahameva Havavyaya.
Ahameva Hamavyaya.
This prayer really starts our morning to tell us this is what we pray for this world, to be unattached. Because it's only by unattachment we can enjoy the bliss of that Atma which is within us. The only way we can enjoy that bliss forever and ever is to be unattached. But you can say, how can I be unattached when I act in this world, where I have my children, my family, etc. But we can pray for some unattachment from time to time to keep us in that mood of bliss. Asangoham, 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 Pura Pura.
Asangoham, 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 Punah Punah.
Satchidananda Rupoham.
Satchidananda
now surrender unto the Lord in this beautiful prayer which says, I know no Vedas, I know no Puja, I can't meditate, I am totally dependent upon you. You are my only refuge. Dadharmanishthosmi nacha atmavedi na bhaktimaltva charanarabinde akincha ananya gati sharanya tatpadamulam sharanam prapadye. गुरु सो क्या कह रहे आप कुछ आया है कुछ आपको टेस्ट नहीं करते आप क्या 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 गुरु सूर्य है चंद्र गुरु है
गुरु सूर्य है चंद्र गुरु है
गुरु है पूर्ण प्रकाश
गुरु है पूर्ण प्रकाश
गुरु सूर्य है चंद्र गुरु है
गुरु सूर्य है चंद्र गुरु है
गुरु है पूर्ण प्रकाश
गुरु है पूर्ण प्रकाश
गुरु के चरणों में मिलता है गुरु के चरणों में मिलता है तन मन को उल्लास
गुरु सूर्य है चंद्र गुरु है गुरु है पूर्ण प्रकाश
गुरुर ब्रह्मा गुरुर विष्णु गुरुर्देव महेश्वरः गुरुर साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः
गुरु सूर्य है चंद्र गुरु है गुरु है पूर्ण
शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभाङ्गं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिहृदयध्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णुं भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथम् ये नाद ब्रह्म है, नाद ब्रह्म, नाद ब्रह्म, vibration of the Brahmand, ye naad brahma. So this vibration is not only in the heavens above, this vibration is in every single aspect of creation. There is vibration in the sun. NASA has discovered that in the sun there is sound, but you cannot hear that sound with our ears because it's of such a low frequency that it cannot be heard. And in that Brahmand, that sound comes, that in that Brahmand the sound comes, and we, from that sound, we connect with that Brahmand. From that sound. From that sound, the sun has its own sound, vibration, the moon has its own vibration, and if your ears are sensitive, the earth has its own vibration. Every plant life has its vibration, and every human being has their own vibration. It is but because of vibration, it is the whole world is all about vibration. All the scientists, all the physicists, they have all discovered that this what is called Nada Brahma. This Nada Brahma, which comes from Ishvara. There is Brahman, then there is Ishvara, then there is Bhagwan. 3 levels. Brahman, Ishvara, and Bhagwan. So for us to get beyond Bhagwan to Ishvara, and then to get from beyond Ishvara to Brahman, what we do? Brahmananda Swarupa Isha Jagadisha
ब्रह्मानंद स्वरूपा ईशा जगदीशा
Brahmananda Swarupa Isha Jagadisha
ब्रह्मानंद स्वरूपा ईशा जगदीशा
Akhilananda Swarupa Isha Mahesha
अखिलानंद स्वरूपा ईशा महेशा.
What I would like all of us to just do this for 2 minutes or 3 minutes, and you will feel a difference in yourself. You will feel a bliss passing through you if you just concentrate on that Brahman, on the music, on the violin. You concentrate on it, and you hear the tunes. That tune will put you in tune with the cosmic tune. This is how Omkar comes about. Omkar is a song. And what's the song? Omkaram Bildu Samyuktam Nityam Dhyayanti Yogina Kamadam Mokshadam Chaiva
ओंकाराय नमो नमः. ओंकाराय नमो नमः.
Omkaraya Namo Namah Omkaraya Namo Namah
ओंकाराय नमो नमः. ओंकाराय नमो
Swaro Swarupa Isha Jagadisha
ब्रह्मानंद स्वरूपा ईशा जगदीशा
Akhilananda Swarupa Isha Mahesha
अखिलानंद स्वरूपा ईशा महेशा
We are told that we must pray. We are told we must talk to God. But we must be in tune. Not only must we pray is fine, but to be in tune with that cosmic vibration, to be in tune with that Brahman, that the one who has no face, no eyes, no arms, no legs, he has none of these things. He is known as Brahman. He is the god of the Hindus. And this is why I always tell our devotees, Hindus are not idol worshippers. I remind you again, Hindus are worshippers of that God. That God, you know, when you give a child a gift, and you said, you know, beta, open it tomorrow. You must open it today. What does the child do? Invariably. What does the child want to do, and what does the child do? What he does? He opens it up right away. He opens it up right away, and he sees a gift that he likes to say. What he says, wow, what a beautiful gift. Well, you know what? God has given that gift to human being, and that is his life. The human being's life is God's gift to us. So just like how when a child opens up the gift that has been given to him or her and goes, wow, we must take a step backward, especially when you are disturbed, especially when people disturb you, especially when you go home and you hear things that are not nice, and you feel disturbed and then you start to retaliate. Do not try not to do that, but to take a step back and say, you know what? This life that has been given to me is a gift. Why should I pour water on the gift? Like when a child has a gift, you pour water or oil or whatever, and the gift is no longer the same as it was. A blemish has occurred on the gift, so to speak. Why would you want to put a blemish on yourself? And this is why I'm giving you this one little thing here this morning. If you could hold on to this in the morning and to be in tune. And you know, you don't have to go in front of an altar to do this. You don't have to prepare an altar. You don't have to clean it. You don't have to put flowers. You don't have to put chandan. You don't have to do arti. This is, you are doing it yourself. And let me tell you, and you all know this, when you do something yourself, you take such great pride in it. And this pride must be that I am in tune with that divine tune, that divine vibration. And when you are in tune with that divine vibration, a peace will come upon all of us. A peace will come to you, as Christ has said in the Bible, and it's coming up to Easter now, is a peace that passeth understanding. What it means? You cannot explain that peace to someone else. So it passeth understanding. You can't explain that peace. That peace, your own anubhava, your own experience. It's a peace that you experience yourself. And when you experience that peace, you know what? You don't want to move from that peace anymore. You will hold on to that peace. And it's so easy to do. People get People has 10 murtis on the altar. 10, 12, I don't know how many. And they would like to do puja to all 12 before they go. When you do this, you are doing puja to everything. Because you know what? You are tuned with that cosmic vibration. Brahmananda Swarupa Shivoham Shivoham
Brahmananda Swarupa Shivoham Shivoham
Shivoham Shivoham Shivoham ये दोहा संगीत है शक्ति ईश्वर की हर सुर में बसे है राम संगीत है शक्ति ईश्वर की हर सुर में बसे है राम रागी जो सुनाए रागिनी रोगी को मिले आराम ब्रह्मानंद
Swarupa Shivoham Shivoham
What the Doha says? That there is so much of power in the vibration of the name, of the vibration that you sing. There's so much power in it. That what? Rogi ko mile aram. Rogi, the one who is diseased, he gets healed or he gets peace. Disease does not mean only physical disease. You'll be surprised how many of us have diseases, not physical disease, diseases of anxiety, diseases of no peace, diseases of no quietness, disease of loneliness. How can you be lonely if you get this with you? Brahmananda Swarupa
Shivoham Shivoham
Akhilananda Swarupa Isha Mahesha
Akhilananda Swarupa Isha Mahesha
Oh Brahmananda Swarupa Isha Jagadisha
Brahmananda Swarupa Isha Jagadisha
Brahmananda Swarupa Isha Jagadisha
Brahmananda Swarupa Isha Jagadisha
Akhilananda Mahesha.
अखिलानंद स्वरूपा ईशा महेशा.
And when you do this tune, and when you are in tune with the divine, you will feel that bliss, that peace with you, and all that will happen to you. Your heart will create a greater love, not a love for God only, but a love for all of God's beings, and not only that, but a love for yourself, because you know that you are a gift of Bhagwan. You are a gift of the Lord. Why should you allow someone else to take away or to put a blemish on that gift? They try to put a blemish on the gift by saying ill things of you. You know what? There's no person in this world where 100% of people will say good things about them. And the more they say bad things about you, the more you go into Brahmananda Swarupa Isha Jagadisha.
ब्रह्मानंद स्वरूपा ईशा जगदीशा.
Akhilananda Swarupa Isha Mahesha.
अखिलानंद स्वरूपा ईशा महेशा.
Bolo Brahmananda Swarupa Isha Jagadisha.
ब्रह्मानंद स्वरूपा ईशा
And
महेशा.
when you do this, you will develop such a love for that cosmic power. Listen, you can call him by whatever name you want. Call him by whatever name you want. We are not fanatics here to say you must call him by this name. Anyone who tells you God is only found by this name, my advice is not to listen to them too much, because God is Sarva Vyapak. Hari Vyapak,
सर्वत्र समान.
Hari Vyapak, Sarvatra Samana. प्रेम से प्रकट होई मैं जाना.
हरि व्यापक सर्वत्र समाना. प्रेम से प्रकट हुई मैं जाना.
प्रेम से प्रकट होई मैं जाना. The Chaupai say, the Lord is everywhere. Sarvatra is everywhere. And He is in everything. So how come the Lord is in me and the Lord is in the fellow who has committed murder also? Yes. The Lord is in both people. Because if the Lord is not in you, you are no longer there. So what the question is asked to Lord Krishna, how come this fellow, you are supposed to be in him, and yet he is doing wrong thing? So he said to them that Yathaman prapadyante, how you worship me, so I will respond. I am in you. If you want to drive your car under the influence of alcohol, and when you see the tree in front of you, you are saying to the tree, please move. Move because I am coming. And the tree does not move, and you smash. You are the driver of your own car. You are your own Shakti. And the Lord is within you. And when the Lord is within us, then we must try to say that as a human being, we can respond to any challenge. But when you come to challenges, then you must have the faith like Angad. You all have heard of Angad? Angad went to the court of Ravan. And Angad told Ravan that Ravan, you must give up Mother Sita. Do you know why Angad went to the court of Ravan? Lord Rama is now in Lanka. He has crossed the ocean. He's prepared for battle. This is something that we should think about. He's prepared for battle. So why now Angad was sent to Ravan? Anybody knows?
To tell his brother not to fight.
See?
To tell him not to fight.
Jamwan, who was one of the wisest person in his army, said to Sri Ram, Prabhu, one more time, send someone to Ravan and tell him to desist from this and return back Mother Sita. So that is why Prabhu Ram sent Angad. Angad went there. When Angad went there, Ravan started to ridicule Sri Ram. Then he asked Angad, who are you? He said, I am your friend's son. He said, my friend? He said, yes. He said, remember Bali? He said, oh, you're Bali's son. Then because Bali had held Ravan under his armpit for 6 months. So Bali was very strong. He said, I am the messenger of that person who slew Bali. And if you don't give up this way, you are going to meet with Bali after he's finished with you. Meaning, he's going to meet him wherever Bali is. But Ravan was not to give up. So he said, when the Swayambar was there for Mother Sita, why did you not go? He said, I went there, but when I saw the bow of Shiva, Shiva is my guru, I said, I will not break the bow. He said, well, now I am going to give you one more chance at the Swayambar. And what is that chance? From Tulsi Ramayana. It says, for Tulsi Ramayana, after Doha 34, Lanka Kand. Chopai. Lanka Kand, after Doha 34.
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
So, Angad told him, I'm going to give you one more chance at the Swayambar. I'm going to put my foot on the ground. And if you move my foot, or any one of your members move my foot, keep Mother Sita. Imagine, Angad went to Ravan's court and said, I'm prepared to give up Mother Sita. Prabhu Ram did not tell him to do that. But you know what he had? He was in tune with the Lord. He had firm faith. And so he said, Kapi balu dekhe sakala hiya hare utha aap kapi ke par jaye.
Oh, Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
Gata charana kaha bali kumara. Gata charana kaha bali kumara. Mama pada gayena toro ubara.
Oh, Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
Mangala bhavanaya mangala hare.
Mangal Bhavan, Amangal
And so, when all the monkeys came to lift up Angad's foot, which he planted on the ground, none could have done it. Then Ravan came. When Ravan came, then he said, Kapi balu dekhe, sakala hiya huare, uta apu kapi ke paraj. Kapi Angad का बल देखकर सब राक्षस हृदय से हार गए. तब बानर के ललकारने पर रावण स्वयं उठा. After they could not have moved Angad's foot, then the boss came. Who was the boss? Ravan. Ravan came to lift up Angad's foot. And when he came to lift up Angad's foot, Angad, being such a devotee of Sri Ram, he said, "Not my foot, sir. You're not gonna cling on to my foot. Cling on to the feet of
Shri Ram.
Sri Ram." And only he can save her. Navakal jalochan kalja mukhakara kalja pada kaljaruna. Kandarpa aganita amita chavinawa nila nirada sundaram. Kandarpa aganita amita chavinawa nila nirada sundaram. Patapita ma lahutadita ruchi suchi naumi jana. What is known as Nada Brahma. Nada Brahma, the vibration of the strings of the violin, causes a beautiful composure in the mind. And when the mind is composed and the mind is peaceful, then the mind can rise up to any challenge. The first chapter in Bhagavad Gita is to tell us the human response to any challenge. Because Dharma Kshetra, Kurukshetra, that it starts with dharma and it ends with mana. So it is said the first chapter in Bhagavad Gita tells us how the human responds to any challenge. And to have that power to respond, you have to do what? Brahmananda Swarupa Shivoham. When we do that, the destructive power of attachment will go away from us. Every attachment will cause us problems. Every single attachment in this world, whether to spouse, to child, to parents, to work, to money, whatever it is, it will cause us problem. So the destructive power of attachment will go, and also you will diagnose the root of our problem. A doctor, when he diagnoses the root of the problem, then he can treat the root of the problem. Sometimes we overtreat. And how to establish the need for purity and clarity. Purity and clarity in this world, no matter what profession you belong to, purity and clarity of any undertaking will always make you come to a very good decision. Judges, lawyers, doctors, accountants, engineers, purity, clarity. And I will talk about that a little bit in my medical talk this morning. But what I would like to leave with you today is this one thing, that you must remember: this whole world is made up of vibrations. Everything is vibrations. The chemists, the physicists, nuclear scientists, they've all said the same thing. And everything in this world gives out its own vibration. The sun gives out its own vibration. And as I've told you, you cannot hear that. NASA has now proved that the sun gives out the vibration. As a matter of fact, NASA says the sun is saying, Om, Om. NASA, not me, NASA said so. Om, Om. And this Om, this pranava, is that vibration. And that is why what I told you this morning, Omkaram bindu samyuktam nityam dhyayati yogina kamadam mokshadam chaiva.
Omkaraya namo namah. Omkaraya namo namah.
And what? If you light a fire, the fire gives its song, the crackling of the fire waves. Water gives its song. Is that true? You hear the water giving its songs? Water gives songs. The earth gives songs. Fire gives songs. Air gives songs. Everything gives songs. It's all vibration. And what I'm trying to project this morning is that sound, let that dhwani is sound, dhwani is tune. Let that dhwani be in your heart. When that sound in your heart and you sing, you feel joyful. Most of us, at least all of us, should feel some sort of joy when we sing. Because you sing something that you like. You want to hear it. Whatever you sing and there is a beautiful Vedic chant I want to leave with you this morning. You can project it on the board. Agni me vache shrita.
Agnir me vachir shritaha.
Vakam hridaye.
Vakam hridaye.
Hridayam mayi.
Hridayam mayi.
Aham amrite.
Aham amrite.
Amritam brahmane.
Amritam brahmani.
The meaning of this is, fire is in my speech. Speech is in my heart. The heart is in me. I am eternal. Hridayamayi aham amrite. Aham amrite means I am immortal. Amritam brahmane. Immortality rests in Brahman. You have to go. What I'm trying to portray or to project, we have to go beyond the murtis. Doesn't mean you must forget the murtis. But I would like us, I would not say you, I would say us. I would like us to go beyond the murtis. And this is why I'm talking about vibration, to be in tune with the universe. When you are in tune with the universe, man, you are in tune with everything. You are in tune with everything. No matter what people say ill about you, it's like water on
Ducks back.
Got to be somebody like Cyril. Yeah. Yeah. Water ducks back. Is that right? So therefore, I want to leave this one prayer with you. Agni me vache shrita
Agnirme vache shrita
vaga hridaye
Vagaridaye
hridayam mayi
Hridayam Mayi
ahamamrite
Aham Amrite
amritam brahmane.
Amritam Brahmani.
What it says is fire is in my speech, speech hridaya. Vag hridaye, speech is in my heart, heart is in me. I am immortality. Once you know that you are immortal, go back to the translation. I am immortality, and immortality rests in Brahman. All what I was trying to say this morning, how can we be in tune with Brahman? Let us go beyond the murtis. Let us go beyond puja. Let us go where we can sit by ourselves and do what is known as mansik puja. Mansik puja, sit by yourself. Brahmananda Swarupa Shivoham Shivoham
Brahmananda Swarupa Shivoham Shivoham
Brahmananda Swarupa Isha Jagadisha
Brahmananda Swarupa Isha Maherisha
Bolo Brahmananda Swarupa
Isha Jagadisha
Akhilananda Swarupa
Isha Mahesha.
And then you will develop such a faith in the Lord that no one can shake your faith. And providing whatever your actions are, it must be for the benefit of mankind. There was a gentleman in the turn of the 18th century. His name was Jenner. Anybody here ever heard of Jenner? I'm sure you'll know about him when I speak further. Jenner saw people dying from smallpox. Smallpox, they were dying from it. And he saw that the milkmaids who were with the cows, they never got smallpox. So he thought there have to be something from the cows that protect these milkmaids. So pustules, when the smallpox attack the cows, pustules come out, called cowpox. You know, today you have monkeypox. Cowpox. So what he did, he took a sample with ejection from the cowpox, for the pustule, you know, the pus that comes out of the pox. He took the injection of the pox and injected it to a 12-year-old child. He was brave to do that. The child never got any smallpox. He went to the medical congress, published his work. They said all bad things about him. He went back. He took the cowpox and he injected it into his own child and showed that the smallpox could not attack this child. And then he created a vaccine against smallpox. Vaccine comes from cow. Vaca, V-A-C-C-A. Vaca means cow. And from that cow, from that vaca, vaccine has come. You see that? And he, against all odds, he produced it. Why he produced it? Because he had firm faith. When you are in tune with the universe, when you are in tune with creation, you will be empowered by that force. You will be empowered by that force that when you do things and you are doing it for the better of humanity, not all experiments go the way that genetic experiments go. There are many experiments we do, we kill people in the process. Animals, now they do rats and so forth. But still, do you know the third leading cause of death in the States is what? First is heart attack, second is cancer, third is what? Anybody knows? Huh?
Suicide.
What?
Suicide.
What?
Suicide.
Drugs. Prescribed drugs by doctors. Medical malpractice comes into that too. Prescribed drugs is a third cause of death in the United States. That is why when people come to me, I tried my best to take them off drugs. I hope I don't do somebody harm, but I tried because I know there's somebody talking in the corner. Nobody will tell them to stop talking. I don't know. There's someone talking. Those two ladies. No, the other two ladies.
Yes, there is. By the post.
Who?
The lady by the post.
Who?
By the post.
Anyhow, whoever is talking, can you please talk? Because like nobody will tell you all to stop talking. So I don't know why I have to tell people to stop talking. There's nobody around to tell them to stop talking. Anyway, so where we were. So vaca, cow, and that's where the vaccine comes from. And tomorrow they're giving vaccine here for COVID. It has all been done by this city of Richmond Hill. That's happening too. So when you are in tune with the world, these things happen. Govinda bolo bolo, Gopala bolo.
Govinda bolo bolo, Gopal bolo.
Govinda bolo bolo, Gopala bolo.
Govinda bolo bolo, Gopal bolo.
Govinda bolo bolo, Gopala bolo.
Govinda bolo bolo, Gopal bolo.
Radha Ramana Hari Govinda 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 bolo.
Govinda bolo bolo, Gopala bolo.
Govinda bolo bolo, Gopal bolo.
कोई कहे गोविंदा, कोई गोपाला.
कोई कहे गोविंद, कोई गोपाला.
कोई कहे गोविंदा, कोई गोपाला.
कोई कहे गोविंद, कोई गोपाला.
मैं तो कहूँ सावरिया बांसुरिया वाला.
मैं तो कहूँ सावरिया बांसुरिया वाला.
Last Wednesday, it was International Women's Day. And today I would like to say a little word about that. We look around the world today, India has always empowered women in the various positions. Of course, we know there was an Indian Prime Minister lady. The Governor General of Canada today is a lady. The Lieutenant Governor of Ontario is a lady. The President of India is a lady. And the presidents and prime ministers of so many other countries have been ladies. Trinidad had a lady prime minister. Guyana had a lady president for a short while, Mrs. Jagan. And so, ladies, it's most important that ladies should be empowered. It's very unfortunate, for example, in the villages of India, that as soon as a girl reaches the age of puberty and can work a little bit, the parents will put them in the fields to work to earn money because they're dependent upon them to work. And what we can do to support things like International Women's Day is to empower women in various roles. Various roles empower women to be presidents of temple. Why not? Of course they could be president of temple. They might be better presidents, who knows? But what I'm trying to say to you, presidents of temple, presidents of organizations, and we should support these movements. All of us should support it. We have women judges. They have, in Guyana, there's a Chief Justice who's a woman. She's acting for the last 40 years, but she's still acting. But it looks like she'll be acting forever. But she's a woman. And they have women in the High Court, I think, in Guyana, and over here also. And in the Supreme Court, I know they had women in America. There's women, here they have women Supreme. How many? 4 women in the Supreme Court in Canada, which is telling us that women is something that we should not feel. And real Hinduism never, ever say a woman is lower than a man. Real Hinduism. Real Vedic Hinduism. Never say that a woman is lower than a man. Woman, ladies known as Matra Shakti. They are the energy. Lord Shiva is nothing without Parvati, Shakti. Rama is nothing without Sita. Vishnu is nothing without Lakshmi. And so Brahma is nothing without Saraswati, because they are the Shakti of Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh. So in recognition of International Women's Day, it's incumbent upon all of us as Hindus to re-emphasize this. Do you know, when a son is born, the first guru of the son is his father. When a daughter is born, the first guru of the daughter is the mother. This is why you will see mothers are strict with their daughters, fathers are strict with their sons. And what happens? Fathers will like their daughters more, and they have a little softer heart for their daughters. I can tell you that is so true. And for their son, mothers have a softer spot for the sons. When the son wants something, he does not go to the father. He goes to the mother. And when the daughter wants something, he does not go to the mother because she knows that she will not get it. She goes to the father. Then the father will tell the mother, you just do what the child wants. So, International Women's Day is a day that we should recognize here, and we give all power to women. Once they can do their work properly, we should always recognize them, honor them, treat them well, and we must treat them equally and not poo-poo them and say that, they are lesser than men. Women are, in so many cases, women are stronger than men. Look at Indira Gandhi when she was Prime Minister of India, how strong she was. She was a very strong lady. And so many others who I can't vouch for, but I can vouch for her. And I hope again that India will get a Prime Minister lady, but not at the moment. There's no Prime Minister that will replace this Prime Minister until he wants to be replaced. Because what he has done for India, no other Prime Minister has ever done. So because of that, today we pay that respect. And remember, next week, I think it's on Wednesday, the period of the Navratri starts, where we honor the God as the Divine Mother. And when we honor her as the Divine Mother, then we must treat our mothers and all mothers equally. It's very important for us. We'll have one kirtan, and then I will talk about the other things.
Durge, 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 Jaya Jaya Ma. 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 Karuna Sagar Ma. Karuna Sagar Ma. Kalika Palini Ma. Kalika Palini Ma. Jagat Udharini Ma. Jagat Udharini Ma. Oh Jaya 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 Janani Ma. Jaya 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 Janani Ma. Ma he Ma. Ma he Ma. Oh Ma. Ma he Ma. Oh Ma. Jai Ma. Ma he Ma. Ma meri Ma. Ma he Ma. Oh Ma. Jai Ma. Durge, 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 Jai Jaya Ma. Durge, 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 Jai Jaya Ma. Jai Jai Durge Ma. Jai 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 Durge Ma.
हे प्रभु आनंद दाता ज्ञान हमको दीजिए।
हे प्रभु आनंद दाता ज्ञान हमको दीजिए।
शीघ्र
सारी
दुर्गुणों को
दूर हमसे कीजिए। हे प्रभु आनंद दाता हमको शरण में हम सदाचारी बने। लीजिए हमको शरण में हम सदाचारी बने।
शांति चाहक धर्म रक्षक, शांति चाहक
धर्म रक्षक
वीर
व्रतधारी बने। हे प्रभु आनंद दाता ज्ञान हमको दीजिए।
हरे राम 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 सीता राम राम राम।
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 हरे राम 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 सीता राम राम।
हरे राम 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 सीता राम राम राम।
हरे राम 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 सीता राम राम राम।
सीता राम सीता राम।
सीता राम सीता राम।
सीता राम सीता राम।
सीता राम सीता राम।
Before I start the medical talk this morning, I just want to remind you once more. Brahmananda Swarupa Shivoham. Brahmananda Swarupa Isha Jagadisha.
ब्रह्मानंद स्वरूपा ईशा जगदीशा।
Akhilananda Swarupa Isha Mahesha.
अखिलानंद स्वरूपा ईशा महेशा।
Brahmananda Swarupa Isha Jagadisha.
ब्रह्मानंद स्वरूपा ईशा जगदीशा।
If you don't remember Isha Jagadisha, you can say Shivo Hao Shivo Hao.
ओ शिवो हम शिवो हम।
Hare Brahmananda Swarupa Shivo Hao Shivo Hao.
ब्रह्मानंद स्वरूपा शिवो हम शिवो।
So today I would like to talk to you about something called LPS, lipopolysaccharide. Long name. But for those who are interested and who would like to look it up or who would like to Google it, something that you should, it's very important. Lipopolysaccharide. Show the bacteria. In your gut, those little stringy, yes. In your gut is filled with these things. They're called bacteria. The human being has 10 trillion cells. 10 trillion cells. The bacteria in your gut is 100 trillion cells. So much bacteria you have in your gut. So why am I talking about gut? Gut health is very important. 90% of your immunity comes from your gut. 90. Immunity, things that fight diseases. 90% comes from the gut. And this is the reason why we must try to have a healthy gut. Next slide. Great. You can't enlarge that, right? Good. You see that cell out, this cell here? Yeah, no, this one. This is wrong. This wrong thing here. That's a bacterial cell. And it has a lipopolysaccharide around it. And each bacteria has the genome where they can mutate. Mutate means, comes from the Latin word, to change. It can change. And what happens when the wrong kind of bacteria, when the same bacteria is there, when it changes to become the wrong kind of bacteria, more lipopolysaccharide go around it. You see those little squiggly lines there? The cell wall is made of a lipopolysaccharide. So when you eat the wrong thing, then more lipopolysaccharide go in there. And what are the wrong things that you eat? The wrong things you eat, like artificial things, artificial sweeteners, preservatives, all those things that are sold in packages. Do not eat them and do not give them to anybody that you like. If you don't like anybody, give it to them. Anything that is in package, anything, whether it's plantain chips or what we call that bread, shortbread, that is filled with fats and all this sort of thing, they all have preservatives in them. Everything. That is why vegetable oil is so commonly used, because all these things are cooked in vegetable oil, which you should never use, by the way. That's what we use in the kitchen downstairs. Vegetable oil. Well, Brahma cookie cooks with vegetable oil also. So this is the food at Vishnu temple when you come to eat, you should not eat it. But the food is finished. Because by the time you finish hearing me, you're so hungry that it doesn't matter if you cook in vegetable oil or sunflower oil or whatever oil, you eat it. Vegetable oil, do not use it. It's no good. So anyhow, so when you eat these things, this lipopolysaccharide, which is around the bacterial cell, and when you eat all these preservatives, non-steroidal inflammatory drugs, NSAID, you know that? Ibuprofen and all those things, they're bad things to use. If you get pain in your back, rub it with some cream, get your spouse to massage it if he's kind enough, or her spouse. Go to an electric chair. Try not to take any of these drugs. They are not good for you. So why you should not take these things? And I want to combine this with one other thing. It's called STR. Help me. STRE. SS. Stress. All these things cause, you see where that little black line is? This is a blood vessel. And that black line, this is your gut membrane actually. Sorry, this is your gut membrane. And all that gut membrane, when you get stress, when you take antibiotics, when you take non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, preservatives, they cause holes in your gut. And I'm sure many of you have heard of the leaky gut syndrome. And when this lipopolysaccharide goes into, it penetrates the gut wall, and this red line that you see, this two red line, this is a blood vessel. the lipopolysaccharide go into the blood vessel, and those green stuff that you see there, they are your B cell, well, forget about it. They are the cells which are the border patrol, which try to destroy this lipopolysaccharide when it goes in. But when the lipopolysaccharide goes into these cells which prevent immunity like macrophages and so forth, it overwhelms it and it causes lots of inflammation. And when these border cells become inflamed, it produces something called cytokines. Have you heard the word before? It's very common. Cytokines is very common in COVID. The doctors will tell, maybe it goes over your head, but when a patient is going to demise from COVID, it's because he's producing too much of cytokines. The gut is permeable, these bacterial cells go in there, the immune cells try to stop it, and when they try to stop it, they're overwhelmed by it, and they produce cytokines, and because the cytokines are so much, the patients succumb. Now these, let us say you don't have COVID, it goes into these cells. Go next slide. Next slide. And when it goes into the next slide, what it does, it hooks on to a cholesterol cell. You see, the lipopolysaccharide cannot travel in the blood by itself. It has to hook on to a protein, and it hooks on to a low-density lipoprotein. You see at the bottom there, LDL? Can you point to that, LDL? LDL is up there, look.
LDL, yeah.
That's an LDL. The LDL is a cholesterol. A piece of cholesterol breaks away, and the lipopolysaccharide gets attached to it. And when that lipopolysaccharide gets attached to the LDL, which as you know as a bad cholesterol, low density. Am I talking too much? Is it too high? Is it okay? It's okay for you. Is it okay for you? Yeah. When the lipopolysaccharide gets attached to the cholesterol, it destroys that LDL and it becomes SDLDL, small density lipoprotein. That small density lipoprotein then goes into the cells and causes inflammation in the cells and causes atherosclerosis. It causes your heart vessels to be destroyed, your brain vessels to be destroyed, your kidney vessels to be destroyed because of this small. I talked about small density lipoprotein last week. You remember I told you, if the LDL is not damaged, there is no small density lipoprotein. But once it is damaged, and how it is damaged? It's damaged by a leaky gut when the lipopolysaccharide goes in. Now, if you don't believe me, Google it. I will urge you to Google it. I will urge you to Google lipopolysaccharide as it pertains to inflammation. And when it does that, when the lipopolysaccharide is hooked on to the cholesterol, to the LDL, it causes atherosclerosis. Then the atherosclerosis, it goes into the, you see, it causes, you see liver there? You see the liver there? You all see liver? Yeah. Can you point it out? Yeah. Liver, it causes fatty liver. The SDLDL causes fatty liver. Then it goes into the muscle and it causes IR, insulin resistance, which I've killed that. It goes into the muscle and it causes insulin resistance. And then when that cytokines get released, it goes into the fat cells. And fat cells around the belly are inflamed fat cells. They are not good fat cells. When you biopsy a fat cell from the belly, half of it is inflammation. Half of it for belly fat cells, this Canadian tire, half of the cells are inflamed cells. And that causes what is known as metabolic syndrome, which is increase in weight, increase in sugar, increase in triglycerides, and decrease the good cholesterol. The good cholesterol goes down. So we have to be very, very careful with what we put in our mouth or put in our stomach. And is one thing you must remember. You must eat, look, you see what you must put in the stomach to prevent this? Kale, broccoli, what else is there? Apple, spinach, beet. You see beet? You know what beet is good for? Beet is good for hypertension. Beet secretes something that is good for hypertension. Let us not worry about what it secretes. But beet, we should have beet every single day. Every single day, buy beet, cut it up, take some peanut butter, put a little pepper in it, and eat it. That's how good it is. You must eat beet. You must eat apple, but with the skin. Don't eat the apple without the skin, because the pectin in the skin of the apple is good for you. So many people say, oh, the skin is polished, or what do they say? Wax. Wash it out, and you eat it, okay? And only eat when you're hungry. You don't eat like Brahma, where you see food, you eat. You eat when you are hungry, right? And broccoli, you should eat. Brussels sprouts, you should eat. You ask people who've been to England, they'll tell you about Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts does not give a very good smell. Brussels sprouts, carrot. See carrot? Cucumber. You know the baby cucumber? That you should eat. It's very good for you. These are the things. Our plate, twice a day, must have these things. And then you will eat less roti. The best time to eat the roti is when it comes off the tower. That's the best time to eat it. Right, Davan? It's when I'm going to Guyana. When I go to Guyana, the ladies will say, I go to the house at 4 o'clock, and they will say, Dr. Dubé, the roti is coming off the tower in 5 minutes. I said, no, don't tempt me. They said, oh, no, you're on holiday. So they pick one paratha roti, and they laid it with butter. When they wrap it, the butter drips. But etna swad, so sweet, so much sweetness is in there. With 1 cup of hot milk. All the wrong food. But who says there's no pleasure in sense? Who says there's no pleasure in the senses? Great pleasure in eating hot roti with butter and hot milk. Do not eat it. It's not good for you. So please remember, my message today, try to put healthy things in your gut so your guts do not leak. And when your guts do not leak, LPS, I forgot to tell you this, very important. It affects your brain. It affects your brain. It goes through what is known as the blood-brain barrier. You don't have to remember that. It affects the brain, and you get depression. You get mental fogginess. You see when you eat too much, you don't want to do anything. You want to sleep. Is that true? In our country, we say you don't feed certain people. Certain people, when they work with you, you don't feed them till the work is finished. Because once they finish eating, they go in the hammock, they turn the belly up top, they get the breeze coming from the Atlantic, and that's it for the day. Right, Aman? Oh, you heard? Oh, you were too young when you left. Okay. So, please remember, put good things in the world because you don't want to have these things. Eat lots of vegetables. Eat lots of salads. Eat lots of... You see, what's his name, Ramdev, Baba Ramdev. You know what he eats? Anybody know what he eats? This is what he eats. Nothing else. I saw him. I was with him when he was having. Everyone was having roti and curry and dal and so. He was having green vegetables, raw green vegetables. He was not having these things. Why do you think he's so healthy? Because of this. We can all be like this, but we have to be brought up with sugar. And please remember, sugar is a killer. No. Sugar is death. Don't eat sugar. But yesterday I had some gulab jamun. My daughter was here from Ottawa. I took her up to lunch. So the children said, Nana, we have some gulab jamun. Okay. Have some gulab jamun. One time is not bad. But hamesha nahi. Not all the time. Gita dhyanam. Om Partaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavatam Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Muninam
Madhye Mahabharatam
Advaitamitam Bhagavatim
Ashtadashadyayini
Amma Tvamanusalladabi Bhagavad
Gite Bhavatveshini
Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhim
Pullara Vindaya Tapatra Netra
Yena Tvaya Bharata Taila Purna
Prajvalito Jnanamaya Pradipa
Prapanna Parijataya
Trotra Vetrekapanaya
Jnana Buddhaya Krishnaya
Gītāmrita Duhe Namaha
Sarvopanishado Gavo
Dukta Gopala Nandana
Partho Vatsa Sudhir Bhukta
Duktam Gītāmritam Mahata
Vasudeva Sutam Devam
Kamsa Chanura Vardhanam
Devaki Paramanandam
Krishnam Vande Jagadguru
Bhishmadrona Tata Jaya Data Jala
Gandharani Loparash
Salyagragavati Kripena Vagani
Kardina Velakula
Ashwathama Vikarna Ghora Makara
Duryodhana Vartini
Sotirna Kalu Pandavairananadhi
Kaivartaka Keshava
Parasharya Vachasaroja Mamalam
Gītārtha Gandhotkatam
Dana Kyanaka Kesaram Harikatha
Sambodhana Bodhitam
Loke Sajjana Shatpadaira Haraha
Pipiyamanam Muda
Uyad Bharata Pankajam Kalimala
Pratvam Sriyam Shreyase
Mukam Karoti Bachalam
Bangum Langayate Girim
Yat Kripatamaham Vande
Paramananda Madhavam
Yam Brahma Bharanendra Rudra Maruta
Stunvanti Devdestavaye
Devaisyaga Parakramo Parashadai
Gayantriyam Samada
Yanang Vastadatagatena Manasa
Pashyantiyam Yogino
Yasyaltam Navedo Sura Suragara
Devaya Tasmai Namah
Chapter 4 verse 10 Vitaragabhaya Krodha
Bhaya Krodha
Madmaya Mam Upashritaha
आश्रितः
बहवो ज्ञानतपसा
ज्ञानतपसा
पूता मद्भावमागताः भावम पूता मद्भावम आगता भावम आगता. Got it? भावम आगता. भीतरागभया क्रोधा मन्मया मामुपाश्रितः बहवो ज्ञानतपसः पूता मद्भावम आगतः. Bhagwan Krishna is saying to Arjun, just like how Jenna, who discovered the smallpox vaccine, was not afraid to do what he has to do because he knew what he was doing was for the good of man. Bhagwan Krishna is telling Arjun that be the raga bhaya krodha. Vidya means freed from. Raga means attachment. Bhaya means, as you know, fear. Krodha, anger. Vita raga bhaya krodha manmaya mam upashritaha. Upashrita, being fully situated yourself in me. Bhagwan Krishna is telling Arjun. Bhavo jnana tapasaha, and getting great knowledge through penance. Through penance, through fasting, through prayer, through swadhyay, through reading. Not only fasting and prayer you must have, you must also have knowledge. Bhagwan is telling us every single day, let us try to read something. Let us gain some knowledge. Let us gain some knowledge of what we are doing. Is it on the board? So, how come this shloka is not on the board? Anyhow, right, there you are. So when you after you get the knowledge, and you get the gyan, the knowledge is the gyan, and you do the penance, you do sacrifice. Sacrifice does not mean only for yourself and your family. Sacrifice means to do for others, to help those who are in distress. Then one person would ask, why you want to counteract the work of the Lord? The Lord has put them in distress. Why you looking after them? Well, that is how He tests us, to see whether we think, the Lord has done that, but we are not the Lord. We are human beings, and our life, which is in us, the same life as in them, we should try to see how we can make their life a better place. That is why. So you must not argue and say, oh, if the Lord had want to take him out of the gutter, He would have done that. Why are you doing it? Because He's saying to me, Daya dharma ka moola hai, naraka moola abhiman, tulasi daya na chadiye, jabat taka ghatame pran. So daya dharma ka moola hai. We must have forgiveness. We must have compassion. We can't come to pray in temple and say, oh, I've done my job. No. You have not done your job. Our job is service. Service to humanity. That is prayer. This prayer is here to help you to do that. But your real prayer is service to humanity. This is your real prayer. Not coming here. Coming here is to help you purify our mind, which is so self-centered, which our mind is so egotistic. It helps us to prevent that. We are going to go to meditation. Today we'll skip on Hanuman Chalisa. Are you all wanted? Yeah. Wanted? Okay, let's go. I think we should skip it today. Let's just skip, because I don't want us to finish late. Our temple should always be proud to say that we finish artis at 12 o'clock. So let us go to meditation. Prabhu Ji, Daya Karo,
Daya karo,
में
मन में
आन बसो
आन बसो
तुम बिना लागे सुना तुम
बिना लागे सुना
खाली घट में प्रेम भरो
खाली घट में प्रेम भरो
ओ प्रभु जी
ओ प्रभु जी
दया करो
दया करो
मन में
मन में
आन बसो
आन बसो
तंत्र पूजा नहीं जानू
तंत्र मंत्र पूजा नहीं जानू
मैं तो केवल तुमको ही मानू
मैं तो केवल तुमको ही मानू
सारे जग में ढूंढा तुमको
सारे जग में ढूंढा तुमको
अब तो आकर बहादुर
अब तो आकर बहादुर
ओ प्रभु जी
ओ प्रभु जी
We do 2 pranayams and then we go into silence. Pranayam. In our silence, let's talk to God. He is everywhere and He's in everything. Give me that peace of mind, Prabhu. Fill me with bliss. Fill me with peace. त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षि अमामृतात् ॐ असतो मा Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya
असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय
Mrityormaya Mritamgamaya
ॐ शान्ति 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 ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति
ओ भक्ति के दीप जलाओ
भक्ति के दीप जलाओ
जीवन को स्वर्ग बनाओ
जीवन को स्वर्ग बनाओ
जरा से पीड़ मिटाओ
अमृत रस बरसाओ ॐ शान्ति 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 ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति
जीवन को नित महकाओ
जीवन को नित महकाओ
सब अवगुण को बिसराओ
सब अवगुण को बिसराओ
हर संताप हटाओ
नारायण को हर्षाओ ॐ शान्ति 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 ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति
ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनापतितमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ओम शांति 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 सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ओम शांति शांति शांति. Rub your hands together, put it over your face. Ask Bhagwan to keep all that energy within you. And we pray and hope that keeps you well, prevent you from all sorts of problems. So today, Preeti Bhoj is sponsored by a temple devotee. And as you can see there, what do you have there?
Don't know her name called.
I don't know. What do you have there?
Turmeric,
Turmeric?
paprika,
Oh.
chili, crushed pepper. All the good things.
Oh, I see. Okay. Next. Holy celebrations are next Saturday at 18th. Come and enjoy. Tomorrow, COVID-19 vaccination is being done here tomorrow at the temple. Can I go back on that? Walk in or book an appointment. Okay. So it starts at what? 10 o'clock? 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock. So it's a question that I ask about, how people have asked me many times. I've had 3 COVID vaccines, shall I have another one? I had 4 vaccines, shall I have another one? The medical report at the moment is saying that COVID is quite stable now in Ontario. That does not mean it cannot rise up again, and that is why we insist that we should all wear a mask. It is possible, especially when dealing with people that you don't know, where strange people come. And some people have had 4 vaccines. I have had 4 vaccines. And I'm telling the truth, I'm deliberating whether I should take a fifth vaccine. But if you believe in vaccination of COVID, it wanes, gets less potent over time. And maybe one should take another vaccine if your vaccine was if you last had a vaccine a year ago, maybe you should take a vaccine. Most vaccinations are without problems. There are problems with few individuals. I've known a few cases myself, but if you had your vaccines before and you didn't have problems with it, it's unlikely, doesn't mean you can't, unlikely that you'll have problem again. The Navratri starts on, first of all, we should start when Navratri starts before Ashtami.
22nd.
Oh, you don't have that. Okay, Wednesday, the
22nd.
22nd. So it's a full 9 days this time, right? And Ram Navami is on Thursday, March 30th. Hanuman Jayanti is on 5th of April. And we are doing a Ramayana Yag for that Monday, Tuesday, and the last day is the 5th. So please contact Paribhoj. Thursday, March 30th, Abhishek to Balaji, Sri Ram, and Sri Krishna. And we are doing Balaji Abhishek on this Sunday. At 8 o'clock, we'll start Balaji Abhishek this Sunday coming, because Friday to Saturday is Ekadashi, but we are going to do it on this Sunday because both people come. You should really come, if you have never come and see the Balaji Abhishek. We have a clinic downstairs that we do from Friday till Tuesday and so forth. We have doctors coming from outside, cardiologists, nephrologists, internal medicine specialists, blood pressure specialists, hypertensive specialists. They're all coming here. You don't have to go get them. They come right here. The next visit by the cardiologist is on the 2nd of April. The professor of nephrology from McMaster is coming on the 23rd of April. Internist is coming some other time. And I'm trying to get a urologist to come and a rheumatologist to come. They are hard people to get appointments to. So I'm trying to get one to come once every 2 months or 3 months to see if we can help you all out. All coach? That's it? All coach? What about Rohini's mother?
Yeah, I was not done.
We should have put that here. Rohini's mother passed away, and she's a staunch supporter of our temple. We'd like to say a prayer for her mother's Jivatma. I think the viewing is tonight, and the cremation is... What time is the cremation?
6 tomorrow.
11 to 1. Tomorrow morning, 11 to 1. O Karacharana Kritam Va Kayajam Karmajam Va Sravanera Java Manasam Va Paradam Vihitam Vahitam Va Sarvameta Kshavasva Jai Jai Karunabdhe Shri Mahadeva Shambho. We ask that the divine helps her mother and his onward passage. Now, I will going to ask Daman, Mr. Daman Kisun, our attorney, to speak to us about the few projects that is going on here at Vishnu Temple.
Dr. Dubey, my dear brothers and sisters, I greet you this morning in the name of Lord Krishna. As usual, Dr. Dubey's sermon this morning was very educational, very enlightening. The two things that we are working on at the moment, firstly, the Youth and Educational Conference on April 22nd. The flyers are up on the website. I have not seen the registration form as yet, but that if it's not up, it should be up by Monday. Dr. Dubey talked about the empowerment of women. This conference, there were 2 female judges, both South Asian, a Crown attorney, another South Asian woman, and a defense lawyer, another South Asian woman. It is not by accident they were selected. They are the best in their field, and it will be a very educational session that morning. Please let us not miss the opportunity. These people are taking the time off on a Saturday morning after they have worked all week to come to the temple and to meet with us, to meet with our children. Please come out. We do not want the attendance to be very small, because if these people are not impressed with us, this time they would not come back again. We do not want this to be a one-time event. The second event is the golf tournament on March 24th, which is a Friday. It is my mother's 86th birthday, and she'll be celebrating it here. To each and every one of you, I'm extending an invitation. Please come and join us at 6 o'clock as we celebrate her birthday. In honor of our mother, we are doing a golf tournament for her in her name, and the proceeds are going to the dialysis center in Guyana. Dr. Dubé has fully endorsed the tournament and the conference. He has written a brilliant letter. I thought with age he would have slowed down, but he wrote a very brilliant letter endorsing these events. Please, for those of you who are golfers and supporters of golf and supporters of the dialysis center, I ask you, the flyer is up on the temple website, and I ask you to go there and register, and we will make sure that this event is very successful. One last thing, Afghanistan. Dr. Dubé talked about women and the treatment of women. There are 45 judges from Afghanistan, female judges who had to leave that country, and they're here as refugees in Canada. I've spoken to Dr. Dubé, and we will try and offer some support to them in terms of getting them settled in this country. Some other organizations are assisting, and Vishnu Mandir will not be left out. So Dr. Dubé, those are the things we're working on at the moment. Thank you all very much, and I'll see you all on the 24th, if not before.
I think we should work on the definitely talking about for the settlement of the judges, female judges. And I would like you to know, I don't know whether Roy Dubé is here, but we have bought tents, portable toilets, blankets, sleeping bags to the tune of $23,000, and we are sending about Turkish Airlines to Turkey for the earthquake. So about $23,000 to $25,000. We are not giving the money to anybody. We are buying these things together with the consulate of Turkey. We are putting it on a plane, and it's going to hopefully go in the right hands. So this is the effort that you all have put in, all of you who have given money. You hopefully will get a press conference and you all can see it live. And I would like to ask you all to please support our golf tournament. Come to the women's group the 22nd of April, which is so important, because if we do not come to these things, as Daman says, that it will be bad light be showed to us. So let us try our best to come on that day. We are now going to close. I just got a note from someone who said that the food that is cooked in the vegetable oil from downstairs, when it is offered to the Lord converts it into olive oil. Well, if that is not fate. The Lord converts all the vegetable oil that you eat downstairs, converts it to olive oil. What is offered? Shri Shri Radhe Govind Tabajamana Shri Radhe
Radhe Shri Radhe Govind Bhajaman Shri Radhe
Shri Radhe Jai Jai Radhe
O Radhe Shri Radhe Jai Jai Radhe
Bolo Shri Radhe Govind Bhajamana Shri Radhe
O Radhe Shri Radhe Govind Bhajaman Shri Radhe
Vrindavan mein
Radhe Radhe
Vrindavan mein
Radhe Radhe
Nandagaon mein
Radhe Radhe
Nandagaon mein
Radhe Radhe
बरसाने में
Radhe Radhe
राधे राधे
Radhe Radhe
राधे राधे
Radhe Radhe
विश्व मंदिर में
Radhe Radhe
विश्व मंदिर में
Radhe Radhe
राधे राधे
Radhe Radhe
राधे राधे
Radhe 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 Radhe
जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की सरजल विसर्जन
तुम्हें विश्व करता
तुम्ही विश्व ज्योति में हो प्राण भरता
तुम्हें काल के काल हो शक्तिधारी स्वीकारो स्वयं वंदना हमारी दया
धर्म की मन
में ज्योति जगावो जीवन मंथ मेरा प्रभु जगमगाओ हरू पाप मेरे भरो भाव भक्ति मुझे नाथ दो अपनी तुम दिव्य शक्ति मुझे मोह माया के सागर से तारो मेरे काम और क्रोध को नाथ मारो अहंकार मेरा
हरो शक्ति दाता
अहंकार मेरा हरो शक्ति दाता
मेरा कोटि कोटि हे बलदल विधाता
मेरा कोटि कोटि हे वंदन विधाता
ओम नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर
हर
हर
महादेव
आरती प्रीति भोज से
ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे भक्त जनों के संकट भक्त जनों के संकट जन में दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे जो त्यावे फल पावे करता
मैं मूरख कलपामी, मैं सेवक तुम स्वामी, कृपा करो वरदा। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। तुम हो एकय गोचर, सबके प्राणपति। किस बिल मिलो दया में, तुमको मैं कुमति। ओम जय जगदीश हरे।
दीन बंधु दुख हरता ठाकुर तुम मेरे
स्वामी रक्षक तुम मेरे।
अपने हाथ बढ़ावो
द्वार पर तेरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। विषय विकार मिटाओ, पाप हरो देवा। श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ, संतन की सेवा। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। तन मन धन सब है तेरा, स्वामी सब कुछ है तेरा। तेरा तुझको अर्पण, क्या लागे मेरा। ओम जय जगदीश हरे।
त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव, त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव, त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं, त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते, पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ द्यौः शान्तिरन्तरिक्षगुं शान्ति पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिरोषधयः शान्तिः वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्ति ब्रह्म शान्ति सर्वगुं शान्ति शान्तिरेव शान्ति सामा शान्तिरेधि। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः, गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। बोलिए महालक्ष्मी विष्णु जी भगवान की जय। महालक्ष्मी तिरुपति बालाजी भगवान की जय। महालक्ष्मी श्री नरसिंह भगवान की जय। धर्म की जय हो, अधर्म का नाश हो, प्राणियों में सद्भावना हो, विश्व का कल्याण हो। हर हर महादेव शंभो। श्री राधे शिव शिव। जय श्री कृष्ण तिवारी जी, आइए चावला।